It's your buddies Ron and Fez, bringing you the fastest hour in radio, 106.7 WJFK and live 105.7. Cameron Diaz will appear in the Starsky and Hutch sequel, where she may be making a cameo as her Charlie's Angels character.
Oh, Fezzy, the place will go wild. They'll just go crazy.
They tried to get all three angels to make a cameo in the Starsky and Hutch sequel, but Drew Barrymore was busy, that's obvious, and for some reason Lucy Liu had a commitment.
Well, Lucy Liu did that big Kill Bill movie last year, too, so she's pretty red hot right now.
I can't believe Starsky and Hutch did well enough that there's going to be a Starsky and Hutch sequel.
Yeah, it did pretty well. I think it did like $80 million, and it looked like it cost nothing to make. It looked like a TV show to make. Ben Stiller has to have a movie out a month. He doesn't care what the hell it is. As long as a month goes by, every 4 weeks, he wants to release another film.
I'm sure while working on this one, he's working on Dodgeball 2 and 3 at the same time.
He's putting out more movies than Warner Brothers right now. It's just every month he needs a new one. All right, Steele says they put 2 singles on the CD, sometimes 3, and yet that's still called a single, Fez. So that's why we know the different songs.
All right, well, that makes no sense whatsoever.
Why doesn't it make sense?
That there's 3 songs on a single?
Well, most of the time he says there's 2. But the point is, it's when they went over the CD, forever, since the beginning of, music, you got a flip side. And why now would you just suddenly be paying for the one song? And occasionally, very rare, something on the flip side would become the hit and not the one that they actually released. Although you could probably count that on one hand how many times it happened.
I always figured that when they put out like a single on a CD, the only other thing you got with it, the other tracks, was like the remix version of the single.
Sometimes they do that. That's why you'll have 3, where they'll give you the dance mix version. And then some people just stink so much. But like in the old days, like the Beatles would have a single, then the guy would turn it over, the disc jockey would turn it over, that one would hit the top 10. So basically it would be the same song, the same record, but both songs would make the top 10.
Gwyneth Paltrow is reportedly so interested in the British version of Big Brother that she has suggested to Steven Spielberg the idea of making a movie version of Big Brother. So now it's movies based on reality shows.
Right. Well, half the shows out now are based on TV shows. I mean, you even brought up Starsky and Hutch. No one even... It used to be you would take good movies and they would turn them into bad TV shows. Now they've taken bad TV shows and turn them into even worse movies. That's how watered down we are in this society today.
It's such a vicious cycle of just feeding on themselves, and then eventually this will go on to be a Broadway musical.
We already had one reality movie, and that was that Cancun spring break thing that came and went so fast. But that was basically the same people who do Real World try to do it as a movie, show some nudity, and then, the kids didn't show up for it because they couldn't get in, I guess.
That thing might have actually gone faster than From Justin to Kelly.
No, I don't think anything did as poorly as From Justin to Kelly.
If there's a bad movie Olympics, it would be interesting to see who's setting the speed records.
Speaking of which, I'm looking for a spy report tonight. I know it's not time yet, but I got to find out whether that Jeopardy guy is still going. He was up to $500,000 yesterday. I have him TiVo'd.
Right now at King World, they're going, why did we take off the time limit? The limit of how many days you could spend.
Why? I think
now they're paying out $500,000.
Yeah, but they would have been paying out anyway. Just this time, it's just all to one guy instead of spread over. Now, finally, after all these years, they got people talking about Jeopardy again. Normally, you would win. Somebody would win every day. But here's an opportunity that all those winnings go to one guy, and everybody else looks like a dumb loser, which I love.
Is it up to 12 or 13 days?
I don't know. It's a couple of weeks, though.
He's staying neck and neck with the Devil Rays. We'll see who loses first. Johnny Depp is still in negotiations to play Ozzy Osbourne in a movie biopic. Now, isn't that just going to be his pirate character again?
His pirate character was based on Keith Richards. So he was actually doing Keith Richards that whole time. This time, I want to tell you the truth. This Johnny Depp, I don't know what it is about him. Whatever he picks, he ends up pulling off. It sounds like the worst idea in the world. Maybe the guy can do it.
I don't know how comfortable he's going to be in this thing. It doesn't take place in the 19th century, and usually that's a lot of his movies.
If you ever look back at early Black Sabbath, they thought it was the 19th century. They thought they were in some kind of gothic vampire movie. So he'll be fine with that.
And that's what the house looks like anyway, where the gate opens by itself like the Addams Family.
Oh, I don't think he's going to be playing older. He's not going to be playing the reality TV Ozzy. He's going to play Black Sabbath Ozzy in the early 70s.
I'd like to see him just go through the years like that and actually have to become old Ozzy.
Why? You've already got old Ozzy to do that. It's not like it's going to mean anything to you, Fez.
While promoting Jersey Girl in Europe, Kevin Smith told the press he knew he made a mistake casting J-Lo when a focus group member said, "I'll tell all my friends to see this movie because J-Lo dies."
Now, why go out and promote this movie when you already know it stinks? We've told you in America, they've told you in England, and yet now you're trying to fool the people of Germany.
This is such a bitter tour for Kevin Smith with this thing.
Why is he still touring? The movie bombed 4 months ago. I've never heard of somebody who refuses to let a bad movie die.
I mean, he was bad-mouthing Ben Affleck in Europe, in England, probably a few weeks ago. He must still be there.
Yeah, he hasn't left. He's going to Luxembourg tomorrow, and basically he's got one of those tour passes. Every day he attempts to open this. If I was him, I'd go behind the Iron Curtain, but it's not there anymore. That's his problem. He needs an Iron Curtain where they're not hearing about how bad this film is.
Apparently, and the only joy he's getting on this tour is just bad-mouthing everyone that was in the movie, taking shots at his friends.
Well, they're not friends anymore. They're not with him. Believe me, nobody's friends after a bomb.
Joan Rivers is leaving E! to go to the TV Guide channel, and she's taking Melissa Rivers with her.
I had no idea there was a TV Guide channel. Is this just a TV about other TV?
I thought the TV Guide channel was the one that just has the running scroll of what's playing on what channel.
Yeah.
Where it's just giving you, like, your cable and network lineup. I had no idea they actually had their own programming.
Don't they have, like, a little box in there where they're actually, like, doing programming, though?
Yeah, I guess so. I figured that was... I never really paid attention to it. I thought that was, like, just commercials or, like, pay-per-view events that you could order.
Now it's going to be the Rivers family. And they're splitting $8 million a year to do this. $8 million a year. And people are going, why would she leave A? For $8 million a year when she's 99 years old or whatever she is.
So I don't know exactly what she's going to do on the TV Guide channel, but I'm sure they're going to red carpet her.
She's going to sell jewelry. That's going to be her big deal. She'll be selling cheap jewelry.
And that's worth $8 million for her and her donkey daughter?
Here's what's worth it. You're talking about it. That's what it is. It's got people talking. And if you can get somebody to go, hey, did you hear what that person's up to? That's worth cash. Even though these shows are going to stink, just like she stunk when she was on A.
Is that going to ruin E's red carpet coverage if they don't have Joan?
No, anybody could do that. All the other networks are already doing it anyway. Since she started that, everybody sends their own people out. So I don't think it's going to be a big deal for A. Or if they thought so, they would have paid her the $8 million to stay.
Now, Doris Day wasn't in town today to receive the Presidential Medal of Freedom Award because of her times flying with Bob Hope on USO tours. That's made her vow she'll never fly again.
Why can't we just send it to her?
I guess they're going to have to, but they always like those people to show up and get a medal pinned on them like they're the lion and the Wizard of Oz.
And the Lizard of Oz. I got news for you, too. First of all, I had no idea Doris Day was still alive. So this is the amazing thing to me. And two, why doesn't somebody fly out there to see that older lady before you make her get onto a plane and fly here?
Yeah, I mean, they said, all right, we need you here Wednesday for the Medal of Honor Awards. You know, give her some time and she can take a John Madden bus if you want to honor her or something.
She's still alive. Are you sure? We're going to have to look into this.
She's still alive, and because they called her and told her that she was going to receive the presidential medal,
yeah, and
she said, for what? So, and I thought the same thing. I didn't know she was part of the USO tours.
She saved pets. That was her big deal. She saved pets before anybody.
Just for being alive.
All right, we're going to take a break, Fezzi. We'll be back in just a few moments. Lots of stuff to give out tonight. We got Van Halen tickets, plus registering people for a trip to Vegas, baby, that will be given out on Friday. Right back in a few moments. It's the Ron and Fez Show.